Do you want an adventure? Some of the best moments I had when going out followed this question: what would Valentino Cohen do? Now, Valentino Cohen was a dating coach I watched on YouTube, and I learned everything from him. And there was this trip I took to Belgium that changed me permanently, because I learned what dating was about, learned about myself, learned what I liked. It was influential, it was priceless. And the first day in Brussels, around the evening time, I already talked to a few girls, but there was one particular girl sitting in a park, headphones on, drawing something in a notepad. She looked artsy, she looked fun. And I was thinking, should I approach her, should I not? Is it worth it? I don't know. All the excuses came into my mind. And then I asked this one question: what would Valentino Cohen do? And of course, I went up and talked to her, because he would at least say hi. And I talked to her, sat down, she gave me an apple. She's very giving, loving, caring. She was amazing to be around. Had a bit of weed on her. It was great. And Belgium, my trip to Belgium was enhanced because of two movies I watched before it. Before Sunrise and Before Sunset. And if you don't know the movie, it's a romantic movie about some guy meeting a girl on a train and then exploring some city that they arrived in together. And then the second one is they meet up again and explore the city and they enjoy each other. And it feels really real. And that enhanced my Belgium trip, because that's exactly what I did with this woman. Now, I just explored Brussels with her. It was amazing. We went out, walked around, talked, went to a museum, went to a labyrinth, sat down on a bench, had some weed, went to a shop, bought some beer, went back to her place that she just bought. It was amazing. It was fantastic. I really enjoyed this person, especially more since watching that movie. And it was in the back of my mind. I wasn't conscious of what I was doing. It just kind of happened. And I think the best moments in game is when it just feels natural, when it feels like it just happened. And you're like, wow, this is so natural, it's so normal. And that's really like living. I don't know if you want to exist. I don't know if that's your purpose, just existing in life. But really living is when you take that action, when you make that jump, when you ask yourself, what would Valentino Cohen do? What would Valentino Cohen do? Or in your case, you might ask, what if this was a movie? And what if it was a movie? What would you do? What would the main character do in that movie? Would he just pass on that opportunity, or would he go for it? And usually when you go for it, something magical happens. And I remember even asking this question. That was the first time I asked that question to myself. And that experience stuck with me. And it'll stay with me forever, because it was more than I can ever ask for. And it was amazing. And going on different trips, like when a beautiful woman walks past me in Dublin or Drogheda, where I live, and I think to myself, what would Valentino Cohen do? And then I chase up and I talk to her or whatever and set up a date. That's amazing. Usually I don't go for women that are walking, but if they're exceptionally beautiful, I'm like, what would Valentino Cohen do? And I go for it. And when it happens, when it works, it's like, whoa, that's amazing. So that's truly like living. That's an adventure. So, if you want an adventure, what if this was a movie? Good luck.